welcome to my EVE Online tutorial video series. This video is going to be telling you all about EVE Online itself, assuming that you just heard of it and have no idea about the mechanics in the game, or what the game's about, or all the little technical details about it. First things first is the technical stuff. It's an MMORPG. It is pay-to-play monthly subscription, and it's a $15 fee for 30 days. It's a sandbox-style game. You can go anywhere, do anything. It has a single server, just one server, single shard. There is no regions or realms that you're picking between. It's a 10-year-old game, and at the time of making this video, we have just recently celebrated the 10-year anniversary just a couple weeks ago. The player count has grown for every one of those 10 years. We are a continually growing community. So, this is far from dead, and it's not dying. So, come on in and join us. It has free expansions that comes with the subscription. Everybody is playing on the same server, so everybody is playing on the same version. There's over 400,000 people subscribed, as far as I know right now, and it has some in-game voice support, albeit not the best ever. Now, what about the game itself? So, your character progression is time-based. You don't have to grind for progressing your character. You're only ever going to grind for maybe getting money. Your character will keep training even when you're logged off, and it's all based off timers. There are no character restrictions. All of the different races and bloodlines that you can pick in character creation can all do the same thing. Nobody is restricted by that at all. There's no penalties for doing things from one race to the other. It has a completely open player market, and I would say that about 90% of the items that you see in the market are all manufactured and sold by other players. So it is a very vibrant and lively market. As for gameplay style, it is a third-person kind of game, and it's point and click. You don't have any direct control over your spaceship or anything. But there is the ability to have free movement. If you double-click on your screen, you'll be able to go in that direction. As for the way that you interact with the world, almost everything you do will be ship-based. Not much to do with a character walking around. It's almost all in your ship. But you do have an avatar that you can work with a little bit, and they are planning on adding more of that sort of stuff to the game in the future. As with the whole sandbox thing, it's an open world. There are 5,000 solar systems on the main map, and another 2,500 hidden behind wormholes. The game is mostly PvP based. There's lots of PvE content, but PvP is the core of the game. There's lots of group activities. Because it's an open game, there's almost no instances or anything. Anybody can just kind of jump in whenever. This could be both a good thing and a bad thing, though, as you can imagine. There's a dedicated community, a very dedicated community. Because we're all on one server and the game is so old, all of the players are really passionate about it, so it's a fun community to get into. And it has a really deep backstory. There's lots of potential for role-playing. There's actually 3 books that they published about it, and the wiki is very, very in-depth and has a lot of links for you to get lost in for hours, just going into detail about things in the game. And as for the shinier stuff, the characters are incredibly detailed, renowned as some of the most detailed at the time that they were created back in 2011. Some of the coolest looking stuff you can get out of a game that isn't just a tech demo you saw at E3. It's really good stuff. There's beautiful graphics. In fact, what you're seeing here is the login screen for the game. That's real stuff right there. There's no class system. You do not get locked into being a miner or a combat guy or anything like that. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, so long as you train those skills on your character. You have endless possibilities because everything is player-driven. What players do with each other and how they do it is what drives how the game works. it is a full loss kind of game. So when your ship blows up, that ship is gone, most of the modules and the cargo on it are gone too, and you're gonna have to go buy all of that stuff all over again. And because of that, you end up with a really harsh world. You get scams and mild griefing, that sort of stuff, is allowed in the game. Now, you can't have full-on harassment, throwing around racial slurs and things like that. That still isn't allowed. But scamming people, being a spy, getting into somebody's corporation and stealing all their stuff, all that sort of stuff is allowed, because it's up to you who you trust with that sort of thing. So you can't go crying to the GMs about it. But, at the same time, it makes for more of a surreal experience. It makes it for more of a concrete experience between players. It feels more real. And to top it all off, we have a really deep and complex game. There is a lot of different facets to touch on. You probably won't learn it all within the first couple of months. And because of that, we have what we like to call the learning cliff. And because of that is why I want to make the tutorial videos that I'm starting right here. So, if all that stuff that I've been talking about so far hasn't scared you off and has excited you, try signing up for the 21-day free trial that I will have linked here on this video, and go and start making that account and downloading the client. Next video will be about character creation, just to make sure you know how all that works and what things will affect each other. So, good luck and fly safe.